Hi Aquarius, welcome to March 2019. Now, March is a dynamic month. Your avatar, Uranus, your modern avatar, Uranus, moves into Taurus for the next 7 years. Now, you had a glimpse of this last summer, and that brings the action to your foundation, your home, your family, where you live, your inner being. And it is going to be challenging for the fixed signs because Taurus is a fixed sign. So those Aquarians born in the first week of Aquarius will experience this energy the greatest. So will the Leos and so will the Scorpios. So you're not alone. We're all experiencing this in our life, and it is the shakeup because Uranus is the wild and crazy guy. It is the one that liberates us from the past. It liberates us from where we're kind of stuck or where we need to change. And this, for some of you, could be about moving. Now, I'm not saying you're going to move in March because Mercury is retrograde. So we don't usually move under a retrograde Mercury. And especially since most of the month is in Pisces, Pisces is the last sign, you don't make new moves in Pisces. This move could come for you over the next few months, over the next year, or next year. That's how it works. But when a planet moves into a new area of life for us, that's when it has the greatest impact. And for you, it's the area of your foundation. So there's something being awakened in your family or in your house. It could be, children moving out or children coming back. But it's about building a beautiful life. And that's what the universe wants, is for you to be able to build the life that you truly desire. Build a beautiful life for yourself. Build a life that you can say, this works for me. So it's very good news. I remember when this happened, it was like 1978. And my family moved. And we had to move. It was rather abruptly. And we had to go. We had to move. And it happened very quick. And we had lived there for a really long time, where we were living for years and years and decades. And then all of a sudden it was like, we got to go. And the move was the best thing that ever happened to me. It brought me to a better place to live. I met people that were awesome. And so this is very positive. So in other words, if the universe does move you, it's because they have a better place for you. Or you have a better place you want to live. Or maybe for some of you, you're at this place now where you're going to retire to your dream place. That you're at this place now where you're like, I'm moving to my favorite island. Or I'm moving to my favorite city. My favorite location. And that's incredibly exciting. So whatever radical changes that need to happen, it's the universe that's on the way saying, it's time. It's time to go. You finished your karma here. You finished whatever you needed to learn here. Whatever this area, location taught you, you are now complete, and it's time to move on. And that's how the universe works. We have soul agreements to even the locations that we live or travel to. And when that is fulfilled, the universe moves us to the next place that we have to complete karma with or finish karma with. And it's very exciting. But it is something you're going to want. And it's going to be something that makes you happy, makes you feel like, wow, I'm getting the life that I want. And I know it's been so challenging for the Aquarians because of your old ruler, Saturn, being in the area of 12 signs from you, which is Capricorn. That is a very challenging placement, but he's more than halfway through. And next year he steps into Aquarius, even for just 3 months, and then for good in 2021. And that is going to be a huge new start for you. Huge. It's going to initiate the next 30-year cycle for yourself. And that's on the way too. Now, Mercury is going to retrograde March 5th through the 28th, and that is the most challenging aspect in here for all of us this month, because Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. Both signs are analytical and cerebral and fact-based, conscious, aware type of signs. Pisces rules the dream state. It rules spirituality and creativity. It's the last sign. So, yes, our dreams can be significant and beautiful this month, but trying to move business forward, trying to move plans forward is not going to be easy this month. And, you know, it also brings that, what we're already seeing here in February, where it's in the news in the States, where, you know, these high-profile people are just lying about what's been proven as factual. And so there's that too, where, you know, it can bring out people that are deceptive or not honest. And that's another reason why we don't want to be in a hurry for anything. We want to read the fine print. We want to look at the details. We want to take our time. We want to listen to our intuition and not be in a hurry for anything. And for you, this is in the area of your money, your resources, your inner resources, your outer resources, your self-worth, self-respect, self-appreciation, your values, your possessions. So you have the opportunity to rethink how you're using your resources to live your best life. You have 9 weeks with this. Mercury will be in Pisces for 9 weeks. It's already been in Pisces, I think, for most of February. And he doesn't move into Aries until April 17th. Because even when he goes direct on the 28th, he has to retrace his steps. And that's still the shadow period. So we're really not out of the woods fully until April 17th, when he moves into Aries. It gets better communication-wise the 28th on. For you, this is a time to really look at, how am I using my resources? What do I want in my life? Now, it's going to be unique for each one of you, because you're all on your own individual life path destiny. What do you truly love and value now at this place in your life? Not what you loved and valued before, but what do you love and value now? What holds value for you? What holds value for you in your life now? That's what this retrograde is giving you the opportunity to discover, to utilize, to take advantage of. And also, you know, be careful with the spending. Be careful of who has access to your banking accounts, because this is the kind of energy where, you know, someone could get a hold of your password. Change all your passwords. It'd be a good time to change your passwords. And just, you know, put a wall around your resources. And then we have the Pisces new moon on March 6th, but I'm extending it to the 13th, and that's because the rulers of Pisces, both Jupiter and Neptune, are fighting with each other. And they've been fighting all year. It went exact January 13th, it goes exact June 16th, and then September 21st. And that's where we can be over the top with excitement and inspiration and exuberance and hopes and wishes, like, wow, you know, this is amazing, and the possibilities are endless. Well, my motto is, if it's endless in March, it'll be endless in April and May. So there's no hurry. And the good news is, Saturn is sextile the moon. Saturn is sextile this new moon, and so is Mars and Taurus. And the universe is saying, take solid steps with your plans. Don't be in a hurry. Be steadfast, one step at a time, but not rush into anything. And that way, the inspiration that you're feeling, you can be grounded with. You can be practical with. This is not a month to be risk-taking. It's not a month to believe the hype. It's not the month to just go with the senses, what the eyes see, what the ears hear, or what is being said. This is a month to go into the higher intuition, to use, you have an incredible intuition, to use that intuition for your decision making, for the choices that you're making for yourself this month. And then that way, whatever's great, you can ground it, you can be practical with it, and you can apply it this month and in April and in May and so on. Daylight savings time begins March 10th, and then the sun enters Aries on March 20th. Woohoo! And we have happy spring in the northern hemisphere, happy fall in the southern hemisphere, and of course the equinox is a power day where energy shifts everything. And just 9 minutes after the sun enters Aries, we have the Libra full moon, which is amazing. So this is right at the beginning, which is symbolizing new growth, a new start, new beginnings. But that doesn't mean we have to start on the day. We can have a new start at the end of the month. We can have a new start in April, May, June, and so on. And this is beautiful. This is a beautiful moon too. Both of these moons are good. It's the Mercury Neptune. It's the Mercury retrograde. That's the challenge. This moon has a grand trine off of it with Pluto and Saturn and Mars in harmony with this moon, which is incredibly supportive for you. And this is, for you, it can be about travel, higher education, publishing, meeting people that are very different than you. In fact, for some of you, you could be meeting someone who's radically different and changes your life for the positive. So be open for that, because there is this message of healing with the relationships in here, because Chiron, who's now in Aries, is sitting right next to the sun, opposing the moon, giving us the invitation to heal together. So it can be a time of healing for all of us, a beautiful healing this month. And it may be about that too, is let's heal together. And whatever amazing opportunities that come our way, well, if they're that great, they'll be great in April and May once we clear the Mercury retrograde. And that's why we want to stay open, trust your intuition, do your homework, whatever's being offered to you that's brand new. Be patient with it, because we want to make sure it's as great as what's being presented. Make sure that it's as great as whoever is offering it to you, that it's the real deal. Because we can be fooled at this time. There's a lot of inspiration here this month, which is beautiful. It's highly inspirational. And on a higher level, it is about getting new ideas and getting new inspiration and looking down the road into your future, having a future vision of what is possible for you now. But that doesn't mean we have to take action with it. Doesn't mean we have to jump on board and get it done in March. We really want that Mercury to clear Pisces, the 12th sign, to have him in the first sign or the second sign or the third sign even that he rules, which is Gemini. But that doesn't mean we can't take action in the months ahead or even in March. But we just want to be careful that whatever's so good, seems so good on the surface, is really as great as what's being presented. Another thing too, it's easy to be very forgetful. And you want to make sure that you're not overlooking things, especially for you, because it's in the area of your money, your personal resources. So if you're an accountant or you work with numbers, they could be just like disappearing off the page, just like because Pisces has nothing to do with the tangible, has nothing to do with accounting or numbers adding up. And here in the States, it's tax season, so it's like, wow, what an interesting time. And it's like almost every year I remember, like Mercury's always retrograde, in tax season. And, so it's challenging, but this one is extra challenging because it's in Pisces and it's in there for 9 weeks. So, the devil is in the details. Make sure that you go over your facts and figures and don't miss anything, because it's very easy. And I can do this, where I forget something and I think I've done it, like, oh, it's done. And then I look and I go, I didn't do it. It's not done. Now I have to go do it. That can be happening too, where you forget things and you think, oh, well, I got this covered. I got this done. So maybe not. And I think that's another reason why the universe wants us to slow down and take it slow this month, not be in a hurry. Just get things done. Spend time in our spiritual life. Spend time meditating. Very good. And just be patient. Now, another good thing that's happening at the Libra full moon is Venus in Aries is sextile Jupiter. Venus in Aquarius, excuse me. Venus is in Aquarius for most of the month, and she is sextile Jupiter, which is extremely beneficial for you. For some of you, it can bring a new romance. And if it does, don't be in a hurry. Google the person. Make sure they're as great as they seem on the surface. And if they are, they'll be great in April, they'll be great in May. Also, this is very good for you financially. I really like this energy for you. And with Venus in your sign this month, you can look better too. Like you can really be attractive to the opposite sex. Or, if you're same sex, whoever you are attracted to, you can find that it's reciprocated this month, that others are finding you very attractive. Other people are finding you very attractive. And that can be in business too. So I'm seeing new partners and alliances for you, particularly in the business realm. And these people can be very helpful. All I'm saying is take your time with it. If they're really great, they'll be great when Mercury goes direct. They'll be great in April. That there's no hurry to form a new partnership and alliance while Mercury is retrograde and things are not always as they seem with a Mercury retrograde. That's the challenge for all of us. And because there's so much inspiration with these moons, we can be thinking that, oh, this is phenomenal, this is fantastic, isn't this amazing? And then come to find out, no, it's not as amazing as I thought it was. And it only works for one side, and it's not working for me. So, kind of a waste of time. That's the challenge with a retrograde like this with Mercury, is that we can waste a lot of time trying to move forward. It's like trying to swim when the tide is out. You're in the 12th sign. It's not the time to move forward. It's the time to do our homework. It's the time to strategize. It's the time to retrace our steps. It's the time to dream, because we can receive tremendous insight into our life and our future through our dreams here in March at these moons. Both of these moons, this entire month, can give you tremendous insight into your life, where you need to go, why things have happened the way they have, and where you need to go next, because it's such a spiritual month and it's a time to rest and recharge your batteries, not the time to push. You need downtime this month. Own it. Own it. Admit it. Like, I'm not going to push this month. I'll do what I need to do. I'll get my work done. But I'm not going to, be aggressive with trying to achieve and accomplish and overdo. It's like, do less and more will happen for you. Do less and have more life. Work less and have more opportunity, prosperity. That's the message from the universe. It's like, give it over to source. Give it over to higher power. Let the universe be your support team. Let the universe help you in what you're doing and where you're going. And we don't need to know all the answers right now. This is about being steadfast and putting one foot in front of the other. Then Venus is going to move into your money house on the 26th, and that's going to be really good because that's going to increase your prosperity the end of this month and all of next month. So next month you could have a really big money month here in April. And then Mars enters your sister sign Gemini on the 31st, and that's going to be awesome because that's really going to open things up for you creatively and in romance and fun and having more energy, feeling more outgoing. You're going to really feel that coming in here with that Aries sun and then the new moon in Aries, and that Mars and Gemini is going to work really well for Aquarians. So for those of you open for love, I do see new partnership in here and alliances. And they could be like amazing for you, where they're like really positive connections. Can start out as friends and then move into something more physical later. And all I'm saying is do your homework. It's very easy to Google someone these days and find out who they are, what they've been up to, and that way you're feeling confident with the new coming in. It can also be that this person is someone from your past coming back, or past lives. Even though they show up as new, you've known them before. So you can have that feeling of, I've known you. For those of you coupled, there's a beautiful healing energy in here where you can heal with your children, you can heal with your partner, you can, even some traveling here is going to be good for you. Whether you do it now or later, it's almost best to travel when Mercury is retrograde to places you've already been than to try something new. You want to wait until he's direct before you try something new. But travel will be very good for you and feed your soul. And that's beautiful. Career looks good because I'm seeing people that want to help you come in, alliances that can really inspire you to move up in what you're doing. And that's awesome. Spiritually, you need downtime. You need to rest and recharge your batteries. That's what the universe is saying. And that's okay because there's a lot going on with you, not just in your life, but on inner dimensions. Very deep with all of these deep changes that you've been going through on so many levels. And that's why you want to rest the body and let that body have opportunity to heal and replenish and recharge and re-energize. And that will help too. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing my videos. Aquarius, you're rocking awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It helps to support the channel and it lets you know when I upload. So until next time, Aquarius, you're building a beautiful life.